What's up guys, it's Max here. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 things that you need to have absolutely dialed in before you can expect to sign anywhere from 3 to 5, even more clients every single month for your SMMA or service-based business. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is arguably the most important thing, which I've sort of combined 3 things here. Obviously, product market fit, you're going to find out a little bit later down the line after you've done some testing. But you have your ICP, offer, and product market fit. So ultimately, the first step before you even think about acquisition and where you should always start is your ideal customer profile. So I'm sure you've heard this saying before, if you try to sell to everyone, you'll end up selling to no one. And that really is true. So you need to define exactly who you're targeting. And going beyond their niche characteristics about their service, etc., you really want to dig deep into their fears, frustrations, desires, pain points, dreams, everything. Literally, you should know them inside out. Easiest way to do this is feedback from the current market. So you either want to ring up your ideal customer profile and you can just be honest. You can say, hey, I'm going to be honest. I'm running a business. I'm looking to help people like you. I'm just trying to get some information so I can position my service in the best way to make the biggest impact on businesses like yours. So do you have 2 minutes for me to ask you some questions about what your desires are, what you're struggling with at the moment, what your goals are, etc. And usually they will say yes. So yeah, that's a really good way to get feedback. Also sales calls. So sales calls you're going to conduct in the future. If you literally just go back and analyze them and actually truly listen to them. It's very rare that people truly listen and take all the information in. And you actually sit down, you will literally hear prospects speak not for hours and hours, but you'll hear prospects go on really long tangents about their desires, fears, frustrations, everything. So that's extremely valuable for your ICP, and you can shape your service around that. So after you've got a good idea of your ICP, don't spend too long on this, because obviously the best feedback from this is going to come from the market. You want to center your offer around that. So you want to create a offer, ideally with some risk reversal mechanism, but it's not a necessity. But just create an offer which centers around that, around their desires, fears, etc., and claims to solve it. So just from having a deep understanding of your ICP, what that's going to enable you to do is create an offer that no one else is creating, just by truly having an ICP, because a lot of the people will assume that a group of people suffers with the problem without actually doing any research into the ICP. So when you truly understand the client and you create an offer around that, you're going to stand out as one of one. It's going to make outreach so much easier. You're going to be positioned as an authority figure, and yeah, it's just going to make everything so much easier for you, because you can communicate the value, talk about the end result, your service, etc. The next thing, which like I said is going to come a little bit later, is product market fit. So this is sort of tied into the ICP. So you want to know exactly if the service that you're providing is needed by these people and the problem that you're solving is painful enough. But if you've done the research on the ICP, it should do that. And product market fit, you want to continuously improve that. So even if your service does resonate with a problem they're solving, every time you get new feedback on the market, you want to add that to your ICP and look to change your offer, look to change things about according to the market's needs, etc. So you want to always have an open mind to alter that and adjust it where you need to. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about was appointments. So obviously, if you want to sign clients, you have to be setting appointments. This is literally a no-brainer. So you want to get prospects on the phone any way possible. In the beginning, I would recommend focusing on no more than 2 main acquisition channels, and as you scale, you can throw in different ones. But I think there's a lot of value in just mastering 1 acquisition channel or getting 2 acquisition channels, because genuinely any of the let's say the 6 most popular acquisition channels can get you tons and tons of appointments. So you've got email, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got cold calling, you've got SMS. These what I'd say would be the 6 most popular, and genuinely if you mastered any one of them, you would be set for a lifetime. If your target market is truly on there, obviously do the research. So for example, if you're targeting roofers, they're probably not going to be using let's say, email too much. They might not be checking their email. Best either SMS or cold call them, probably. But yeah, obviously, appointments, your offer is going to make that so much easier. So you just want to communicate that you actually understand their problems that they're facing and you're actually a solution to help them. So understand their needs, pain points, desires, etc., and present your solution in a way that can solve that. Give them a call to action, and then ultimately you should get some interested replies and get them to book a call. Next thing is sales. So genuinely, you can have all the appointments in the world, but if you're not closing them and if they're not showing up, there's no point. So to be honest, I should have probably added another point in here in between appointments and sales called sales assets, basically where it essentially just increases the show up rate for your appointment. So basically, what value can you provide the prospect in your pre-call flows to ensure that they actually show up to the call? Because obviously you can book 5 appointments a day, but if none of them are showing up, then there's no point. You've put all that effort to no use. So that's a huge bottleneck that you need to solve, and sales assets solve that. So it's just the value that you can give to your prospects before the call, just to make them really want to show up. And obviously you want to have reminders in place with your scheduling software, etc. So you want to follow a well-defined sales process, like it says here. You want to have a system that's not chopping and changing for everyone, because you want to continuously iterate that. You can't afford to be doing it differently for every person. You want to have a generalized script that you use. And essentially it links back into the product market fit. So as you conduct more and more of these sales calls, you can continuously alter your process and adjust it for your ideal client and what exactly they have. A caveat to this is you want to make sure that you are operating and testing with sufficient data before you think about changing anything in your script. So a good rule of thumb is you want to conduct at least 30 calls before you think about changing your script, because otherwise what happens is sales is literally psychology. You could go on a loss of 5 calls and then you could win the next 5. It's like regression to the mean in statistics. So it's not always going to go win loss win loss win loss. It just has just as likely chance of going win 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 loss 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 loss, and that's exactly the same chance of it going win loss win loss. So humans naturally think that it will be like that. It will be win loss win loss. However, if you actually look at the statistics, it could be in any order. So my point was, if you're going on a downwards loss like that, you're going to think, oh my God, the script is terrible. I need to change this, and then you're gonna keep changing it in your neurotic mess of a brain, and you're gonna make errors. You're gonna make changes without actually giving it sufficient time and data to pan out. Make sure you've conducted at least 30 calls. Keep a level head, and then you can fill out a form if clients are if prospects are saying certain objections and saying certain things over those 30 calls in commonality, then you can think about changing it. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Obviously, you want to brush up on objection handling, you want to learn about sales, but the majority of your knowledge is just going to come from you actually doing the work and actually getting in the trenches and landing those sales calls. And also the best way to learn objection handling is cold calling. So keep that in mind. And yeah, sales is extremely important. All 3 of them are extremely important. And yeah, I hope you found value in this video. If you are a agency owner doing above 50K a month who has existing case studies, has existing happy clients, has a team, is willing to scale up, then you can book a call in the description with me where we'll just go over your exact plan, what you're doing at the moment. Don't worry, there'll be no crappy pitches on the first call or anything like that. It's literally just a way to see if there's a potential fit for us to work together and just to give you an idea of what it is exactly that we do. And yeah, if you're an agency owner earning less than 50K a month, then there's a Calendly link in the description where you can book in a time with me to chat and ask me any questions regarding lead generation or acquisition or anything like that. Anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time for watching this video, and thank you. I'll see you in the next one.